Hi, and welcome to Simply Channeling. Sara and I set our prayers and intentions prior to starting this filming. And now, here's Sara. Now, Bashar mentioned that you need to be of what he called 333,000, a frequency of that number, in order to become like you. What does that correlate to you? Is there any correlation at all? Or is he putting numbers on stuff that you don't even use numbers anymore?
Remember that he is still physical.
Yes.
But he has awareness of the non-physical.
Yes.
And so, yes, he put that number on there that worked for his people. It might not be the same here.
Okay.
Or elsewhere. But he also knew this and used that number as an example.
So it's not a hard, fast rule. It's an example.
Yeah.
I can see that now because, okay. In a previous session, the visitor talked about the visiting ETs having learned about quantum physics to give them the ability to travel without propulsion. Can you provide more details?
Bashar did that already.
Okay. Do all 3D worlds have time?
If they elected to exist in linear time and they put that into their physical agreement, then yes.
This question will actually be expanded on later, but back to it. What is existence like when there is no time?
Instantaneous.
Explain. I know what instantaneous means, but that means there's no progress, so to speak. It's just, does that mean the entities on that 3D world can create stuff just by thinking about it?
Some of them can.
Okay.
When you think of progress, are you referring to a civilization learning and growing and how to take care and protect themselves and what do you call it? Technological progress. On some worlds, that's the way it goes because that's what was agreed upon. But on other worlds, it's more like, okay, we're going to experience something. Okay, we're done. They talk about it, whatever. Sometimes they don't because they don't need to. They're telepathic. And then they say, okay, let's do this. So they pop in and out. Because if there's no linear time, they can do it all now. I know, that's trite, but true.
I'm stumbling on something, but I'll come back to that later. Can you tell us what the crystal is that was used in Bashar's ship? How it was constructed and how to grow those crystals?
No.
That's the answer.
That was for his people.
Yeah. Oh, so it wouldn't work for us?
It might not. If your scientists ever figure out how to utilize a similar form of propulsion and knowing where humanity is right at this point in your linear time, they have not and will not for centuries figured that out of themselves. Hence, first contact.
Okay.
Quote unquote, calling it first contact for the vast majority of
Yes,
humanity.
but it's been continuous contact.
Mm-hmm. No, their crystal probably wouldn't work. It's a different dimension and a different world where the crystal was formed when the world was formed. And of course, their people then had centuries to come to this point.
Yeah.
But it's a different world, different physical world than the physical earth.
Yes.
And so it would not be the same anyway.
Sara said, if I remember correctly, they are roughly 3,000 years ahead of us, technologically.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Why are you laughing?
The next question is the one I did not read before I said it. I'll read it and then we'll just move on because I don't know what it is. Do you have any details on the genders of visiting you to eat cheese?
To eat cheese?
Yep. Voice to text does not work well sometimes.
Well, anyway. And don't concern yourself with gender.
No, I don't.
You know that in spirit, gender is not a necessity or even a consideration. Energy does not particularly have gender. That was something created for your Earth and consequent other Earths. And other planets, there are genders.
Are there always two genders or are there more?
Most of the time there's only two, but there are occasions when it requires three, which is interesting. And
is there one with four?
I am not sure about that, but I think the possibility exists. Okay. So there more than likely is one with four.
Haysha keeps watching you.
Hi, Haysha. He thinks it's weird.
Yeah.
But he knows I'm here.
Are there other planets like us that's protected by Galactic Federation?
There are many degrees of physical worlds that are, as you say, protected or assisted or observed. There are many such worlds, and I won't give you a number.
Rats.
And there are many degrees of where they are in their development. Hence, more non-physical beings, or even physical ETs or ETs, as you call it.
That's probably what I meant.
Probably. So there's variations on that theme as well.
Will we, as a species, ever have non-chemical space propulsion?
Well, yes.
If so, can you throw how many centuries away it is?
No.
Any guess at all?
Bashar said 3,000, give or take.
Well, that's
right.
The extreme end of
no, it's not.
Chemical propulsion in the timeline I'm thinking of. Because non-chemical also would be using other forms of propulsion, such as nuclear or ionic or electromagnetic or pulse engines, or it's whole different types of stuff.
You see?
What do I see? The answer?
The answer.
Okay.
It's not set in stone. Who knows? In 20 years, there may be no more chemical propulsion on your physical world, and maybe one of these others, but maybe not. Maybe they already exist on some of the probabilities, maybe not, and others are being utilized on other probabilities, other dimensions, which is part of the probability thing. I'm probably totally confusing your viewers.
No, that's okay. I understand.
I don't mean to confuse anyone.
They can ask questions in the comments.
There is that. Plus, just remember, those of you watching, that there's an infinite number of Earths. Some don't vary too much from the one that you know. Some are vastly different. Hence, the different collectives involved, the different directions, the people, humans, take things. So there are infinite possibilities as well as probabilities. Put it that way. Infinite. Next.
5 or 6 questions just went in my head and out as quickly as they came in. They'll show up some other time.
Undoubtedly.
Is it possible to remove ourselves from the creative process on Earth? I've asked this question before, but in a different way.
Are you... The creative process on Earth is always going on to varying degrees and levels, shall we say. So if you're referring to the collective, that's pretty much already been, shall we say, in the works, in the plan. But nothing is set in stone, so to speak. So I'm going to say that the creative process is ongoing. Need I say more?
Well, that really wasn't the answer I was looking for, so let me give you the question that'll hopefully give me the answer I'm looking for. It's
Okay.
a good answer, by the way.
Thank you.
Will we, as an individual, ever be able to create a pocket universe where only we, the individual, lives in?
I'm sure that's a possibility and probability. Probably not on this Earth that you know, but again, infinite possibilities and probabilities.
Okay.
So why not?
Are you a conglomerate of entities?
I suppose you could say I am part of a conglomerate. That's why I'm related to the previous
Right.
entity, but not quite that person, or being, I should say. But so is staying part of it.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think I can laugh as much as I do?
I have no idea. I thought maybe I was contagious.
Yeah. In more ways than one.
Hey. Sara has always said that I have a fairly strong energy. Is that true?
Oh, strong, yes. Your essence is strong. Your true self. But so is hers.
Does she squelch hers?
She uses it in a different way than you do.
Can you expand on that, please?
She's a different person.
Okay, I knew that answer.
Her essence is perhaps keep thinking of the word softer than yours, but not necessarily. I mean, that could give an inappropriate definition.
If I could put forth something you may agree with,
By all means.
I am like a sharp-cornered cube of wood, and she has more rounded corners.
Well, that's a start.
Okay, it starts better than nothing.
Yeah. I was thinking that, pardon me, I don't mean to offend, but
Oh, you know I don't get offended.
you're more of a bulldozer,
Yep.
and she's more of a
Pile of dirt. Being moist around.
no. Believe it or not, she is not a pushover.
Oh, I know that. We've had our toughs.
You're what?
We've had our disagreements.
Oh, okay. I heard toughs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a strange usage of that word, but that's all
I'm a
right.
strange
You are strange.
usage user.
Yes. But she is more like trying to think of the word. It comes to me as like a fluffy pink cloud.
I love it.
That's not exactly right either.
Why not?
Because
Fluffy.
there is a backbone in that
Well,
cloud.
there's thunderstorms that can start out being fluffy, and then they have all that power behind them.
Oh, that's a good description. Yes.
Yes, I know. I've confronted that power occasionally, and I don't like it.
Okay. All righty then. We are done with that
Well,
question. Are
not
we?
that question, yes, but not that subject.
Uh-oh.
We have visited a reader of energies, so to speak, in the physical world on a fairly regular basis. And we both were told that when we get hit on the head hard, we are activated. Is there any truth to that?
In your case, yes.
In my case,
Yes.
Thank you for watching this session of Simply Channeling. If you like what you listen to and want to hear more, please subscribe to the channel. And also, like this video and click on the notification bell so you may be notified when new ones are released.